everyone, and happy spring. Even though it doesn't really feel like spring because yesterday it was literally 90 degrees outside. Today it is 40s. So the weather is confused and I have a pink romper on because I'm inside. If I was outside, I'd probably have on a jacket and probably like 2 jackets, but we're getting through it. It's gonna get warm soon and I will be able to wear tank tops all the time. I'm so ready for the sunshine and summer and warm weather. But anyways, that is not why we are here. We are here because you want to learn how to do this makeup look that I have on my face right now. Well, I guess the eye look. I will obviously have everything I use linked down below. We will jump right in if you want to learn how to do this really fresh spring makeup look that is literally less than 10 minutes to do. So go ahead and just keep on watching. Spring is officially here and we are going to be doing a spring makeup tutorial. Just a really fresh type of look today. As you can see, I already have my face done, everything from foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, highlighter, brows, all of that jazz. We are just strictly going to focus on eyes today and how we can achieve a fresh, natural spring makeup look today. So let's just jump right in. For my transition color, I'm going to go into the Modern Renaissance palette. I forgot what the palette name was called for a second. We're going to jump into this palette and we're going to go into this purple shade right here in the middle of the palette called Buon Fresco. And it's just going to be a really pretty transition color for this look, and we're just going to put that right in the crease. I'm using my Morphe M200 blending brush, and it does help to grab a mirror and hold it kind of down. You'll be able to see your crease a lot better that way, especially if you don't necessarily have too much of a crease like me. So we're just going to take that and windshield wiper motions, just press that all into my crease and then slowly blend it up toward the brow bone once we don't have as much product on the brush. Can y'all see? I'm going to zoom out in a little bit. Okay, I zoomed out in a little bit, so hopefully I can see what I'm doing just a little bit better. So we went ahead and just put that purple color in the crease. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. It's just a really pretty color for spring, just to add a little bit more dimension to the eye. So next, we are going to go in with a flat shader brush in a different palette. We're going to go into the Masquerade Mini by Juvia's Place palette. And again, don't feel like you have to use the exact shades that I'm using. I'm sure you'll have shades in different palettes that are almost identical to the ones I'm using. But this is just what I'm using for today in the palette. So I'm going to take this color right down here. Oh, yes I do. It's Dahlia, and it's a really pretty, like, shimmery champagne shade, and we're gonna put that on the lid. This would also be really pretty if you had some MAC Fix Plus or some eye drops or something like that to spray on this shadow. I mean, the Juvia's Place shadows are already very, very pigmented, but just for that extra pop, you can always add a little bit of Fix Plus or eye drops or some water to just make this eyeshadow pop a little bit more. But again, this is going to be a very like natural spring makeup, so it's not supposed to be a lot of steps. It's supposed to be easy to do and just really fresh for springtime. Oh, and the brush I'm using is, well, shoot, doesn't even have a name on it. Just says Morphe, but it's just a little flat shader brush. So just use any one you have. Alright, so now that that little pop of shimmer is on the lid, we're going to go back in and work with our crease a little bit more. I'm just going to take a little bit more of a precise brush. This is the Morphe M222, and we're going to go back in to the Modern Renaissance palette that we used for our first transition shade, and we're going to go in with the shade down here called Warm Taupe. So this is a totally, I mean, kind of an optional step, but this is just going to kind of deepen up that crease just a little bit and add just a little extra dimension just in the outer V of the eye. And then what I like to do just a little bit is just slightly wing it out. And then also take that shadow down my lower lash line as well. Just kind of connecting the two together. Alright, and for our last step of eyeshadow, all I'm going to do is just add a little pop of color, a little pop of shimmer in the inner corner and on my brow bone. So I'm going to go back in with the Juvia's Place palette right here. We're just switching back and forth. And I'm going to grab this shade right here above the lid shade that we used. So this one's called Giza. And we're just going to take a little bit of that on my Morphe M124. This is basically a flat shader brush, just a little bit like smaller version of the one we use for our lid. And we're just going to tap a little bit of that on the brush and go on our brow bone, just on the very highest point of the brow bone. This is going to give our brow a very pretty shimmer when it hits that sunlight. And then just a little bit on the inner corner as well. Alright, so once we have that pop of shimmer on the brow bone in the inner corner, just giving it a little bit of a more glowy, fresh, awakened look, we are going to finish off the lower lash line. And I'm just going to take an angled brush. Any one of them will do. This is the Morphe S6 brush. Just looks like this. And we're going to go into a dark brown shade and just kind of define that lower lash line a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the mini Juvia's Place palette again and just take one of these brown shades. I'll probably go with this one. It's Fulani. Actually, no, I'm going to go in with the shade right above that called Ada. It's basically the same shade, just a little bit more red in it. And so I hope that will pull out a little bit of the springy look we got going on here. So we're just going to take a little bit of that and then line our lower lash line with it. Alright, so I think we are done with the eyeshadow. We're going to move on to a little bit of liner just to kind of wrap the whole look together if you want to kind of take it up a level. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with a bronzy liner. I'm going to go in with the Kylie Cosmetics bronze eyeliner. This is a beautiful liner, super easy to use. And so I'm going to use this. This will kind of also just continue our springy look. I love bronzy liners for summer or spring. Just not something so harsh as a black liner. And we're going to take this and go in with it. So I'm just going to use a really tiny brush from Morphe. Again, I just have my Morphe like brush kit here, which is why I'm grabbing all Morphe brushes. But this is the Morphe 250S brush. You can see how tiny and precise this is. And we're just going to take a little bit of that bronze eyeliner, and we're really just going to focus on like the wing of the eyeliner today. So I'm not going to focus on really creating a really thick liner across my whole lash line. I'm really just going to focus on a little extra dimension, like little wing on the outer corner of my eye today. So we will see how that goes. Okay, perfect. So one eye is done. Just a little flick on the outer wing, on the outer corner of my eye. And I brought it a little bit and connected it to my lower lash line as well. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Alright guys, so the wings are done. And obviously this will be the time to apply mascara, lashes if you want. I do have lash extensions on right now. So that step is pretty much already done. Done for me. And now all we have to do is apply a little, my hair is doing, a little lip balm. And this step is going to be super easy because it is one step and we don't need a lip liner or anything. I do have a little bit of lip liner left over from earlier, so you totally can to add a little bit, you know, more definition to your lips. But I actually picked up the Victoria's Secret. It's a Victoria's Secret product, and it's a gloss balm, and it's a nourishing lip tint. It smells like coconuts, because like all their stuff smells like coconuts, you know. But I've been on the lookout just for a easy like lip balm that's kind of like my lip color but better, just something I can like not even have a mirror, just throw on, and I think I found it, and it's a really pretty color. I got 2 shades. This is the one I carry around with me for like an everyday basis, and this one is Smitten. It's a really pretty rosy pink color, so I thought it was perfect for spring and just summer, and just something to wear around really easily and just to throw on and give your lips a little bit of nourishment. So we're just gonna place this on. You can add a little bit of gloss if you want to, but this is a little bit of a glossy, you know, lip tint type of thing. But yeah, this is basically it and concludes this spring makeup tutorial. Sorry guys, my hair is like driving me crazy. I never leave it down anymore, so anyways, getting through it. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this super quick but fun, easy spring makeup tutorial. As you can tell by now, I am all about the easy, natural, go-to makeup looks. But I do like to get out of my comfort zone sometimes. So I promise you a more fun makeup look is coming, a little bit more intricate if y'all are wanting that. I will link all the products that I use down below, and I will see y'all back next week. I hope it gets warmer and we start enjoying this weather. I'll see you next week.